world's top players travel across the globe to the Crown Casino in Melbourne, Australia to play in the biggest poker event in the history of the Southern Hemisphere. At stake, over $7.5 million. FullTiltPoker.net presents the Aussie Millions. After 4 long and brutal days, a record field of 750 has been whittled down to just 14 survivors. But as the final table approaches, all eyes focused on 2 of the world's best, both deep-stacked and dangerous, and tonight, facing one another.
Playing live with Gus, it's pretty tough. His record kind of speaks for itself. He's made plenty of final tables. He takes his time, has a good tell on people. His tournament poker is very, very strong.
Will these two continue to dominate? Or can one of these contenders break through and take down a first major title?
I'm winning this tournament. This is mine. I'm taking it down this year. I have a good feeling.
Tonight, some will see the dream end, and others will continue to fight. And one player will be a step closer to becoming a champion. From the beautiful Crown Casino in Melbourne, Australia, FullTiltPoker.net presents the Aussie Millions. We welcome you back to the Crown Casino. I'm Barry Tompkins alongside noted poker author Michael Koenig, and we are set to resume action. Some of the best players in the world still remaining in the competition. Today we're going to be looking at guys like Andrew Black. Right now he is in 3rd place, playing well.
In 9th, our only woman left in the field, Christy Gazes.
Paul Waska, runner-up in the World Series of Poker last year, in 10th place.
And that young man is our unlikely chip leader, Jimmy Fricke from Mahomet, Illinois.
And at our main table, the one that we are going to focus on this evening, one of the best players in the world.
Nobody wants to sit across the table from that man, Gus Hansen, currently in 2nd place.
And the man staring him down, a good friend of his, Patrick Antonius, currently in 4th place. But the big story right now, where is Jakob Glassel, the 22-year-old from Hamburg, is missing in action.
You see, Gus Hansen is posting Glassel's blind for him. He will continue to be blinded off whether he's here or not.
Get a good look right there at Mark Karam, the pro from Ottawa, and he will fold. So too will Antonius with a 5-7.
I need to move him a little bit.
Gus Hansen at 10-3.
And this is short-handed play here. The hand values go up, and of course Gus Hansen will play any 2 cards, particularly from the button, but Dennis Huntley, a sheep farmer from here in Australia, has Queen Jack in the blind. He's low on chips, and he's just going to call. He might have raised there, Barry, but now they're going to go to the flop.
And on the flop, 8-10-5.
And Gus Hansen has made top pair. Dennis Huntley checks his queen high. I expect Hansen to bet, and I think Huntley expects it as well. This is what Hansen does when he has chips, keeps firing. And he puts in enough to put Huntley all in at risk.
Really would love to call that, Gus.
Huntley does have a gut shot straight draw.
And 2 overcards. He has about a 40% chance of winning, but his tournament's at risk.
Reckon I can outdraw you, bud.
How tough a decision is this for him?
Well, Barry, anytime your entire tournament is on the line, it's a tough decision. Huntley is staring Gus Hansen down as though he's a rack of lamb.
And he throws it away.
I didn't want you to outdraw me.
I know that. That's why I wanted to go all in.
Hey, I obviously grabbed the wrong stack.
Antonius isn't having any of that.
You expect me to believe that?
No. I don't expect you to believe it, and you shouldn't either.
The rare and dwindling art of poker humor.
If you're new to the game of Texas Hold'em, here's how you play. Each player is dealt 2 down cards. Then players decide whether to call, raise, or fold. If 2 or more players remain, the community cards are dealt. The first 3 are called a flop, and they're followed by a round of betting. Next comes the turn card, more betting, and finally, the river card. What makes it no limit is that a player can bet all his or her chips at any time. This is called an all-in. In this case, players show their cards, and in all cases, the best 5-card hand wins and takes the pot. Well, downstairs, 2 more tables in action. That's actress Shannon Elizabeth. She was bounced earlier in the tournament, but still sticking around watching the action. Christy Gazes right now involved in a hand with the last FullTiltPoker.net qualifier. He is Jonas Buskis from Sweden, and you can see Gazes has him in hand with a pair of aces.
And with that 3 of diamonds on the turn, Jonas Busquets, with only a 7 high, has a 0% chance of winning. Well, except if he tries to bluff at the pot, which he's doing, 100,000 chip bet. And Christy Gazes with her aces. Quick call.
Very quick call. Obviously feeling very confident, as well she should. On the river, 6 of spades. Now it's up to Busquets again.
And that 6 gives the Swede a pair, but we see it's not good enough. He's going to fire anyway.
150,000, hoping to drive Gazes off the pot. But Christy, once again, the immediate call. She will show her pair of aces. She gets the win. 724,000 in that pot, and she is now over $1 million for the tournament.
And that puts her above the average. Christy Gazes is now officially in the running.
With that, we take you back to our feature table, where incidentally, still no sign of Jakob Glassel.
I don't even know who's that player?
Jakob, he's from Germany.
Ah, is that the little skinny fella?
It could be the little skinny fella.
Hey, he's not bad. He plays really well when he gets pocket aces.
Who doesn't?
And he's so skinny you can't even see him right now.
Meanwhile, there is a poker tournament to be conducted, and the Finn, who doesn't sport much body fat himself, bets out with the Queen 9.
That's 75,000. Hansen looking at a hand he usually loves. Deuce 7, throws it away. Huntley also lets a 9-7 go.
It's 75,000 to call, and remember, short-handed Queen 10 looks pretty big to these players. I think Mark Karam's going to want to play. Blinds are 12 and 24,000. Karam is in the big blind, so he'll get a discount. And yes, he does call. We're going to see a flop.
So 2 players to the flop, and here is the flop. Jack, Jack, and a tray.
Karam has the best hand, checks it. Antonius with the worst hand, but position puts in an 85,000 chip bet.
And puts the onus on Mark Karam, who folds.
Antonius displaying his textbook aggressive play, taking advantage of Mark Karam.
So Antonius and Hansen getting off to hot starts, but nobody has yet seen Jakob Glassel. Tell him there's $1.5 million at stake. Come on, Jakob. Have you seen this man? We're coming back. We welcome back to the FullTiltPoker.net Aussie Millions. We are at the Crown Casino here on the Yarra River in Melbourne, Australia, and back downstairs in a place they conveniently call the Poker Room. Patrick Fletcher has moved all in for more than $450,000 on Andrew Black.
Fletcher has 2 pair, Black, the flush draw. Oh, and there's the heart.
A real dagger in the heart for Fletcher.
He still has outs, a queen or a 10.
Now the river.
No!
Not going to happen. It is a deuce, and that will be that. Patrick Fletcher will be eliminated in 14th place. He wins $90,000 Australian.